As an example of combined translation and rotational motion, uh, let us consider a drum rolling down a plane. So this drum has a mass m, capital M, radius b, and it is rolling down an inclined plane. This plane is inclined at an angle theta with the horizontal. So we want to calculate the acceleration with which it is rolling down the plane. Let us try to do this problem in two ways. So first method. So here we explicitly find out all the forces acting on the drum. So let us find out the forces. So here the weight of the drum will be acting vertically downward. Okay, and the normal reaction of this plane will be acting, okay, normal to the plane. This is n, and this angle between the normal to the plane and vertically downward, this angle is the same as uh, okay, this angle will be theta, the same as the angle of inclination. How do we know this? If you extend this and this, okay, then this angle is 90 minus theta. Therefore, this angle is also 90 minus theta. If this angle is 90 minus theta, then the small angle will be theta. Okay, that is the logic. So this angle is theta. Okay, so we have weight vertically downward, normal reaction of the plane, and the frictional force will be tangential and opposite to the direction of the force, direction of motion. So these are the three forces acting on the drum. And this weight we can resolve into, okay, let us choose an axis. Let us say this x-axis is along the inclined plane and y-axis is normal to the inclined plane. Okay, then this weight we can resolve into two components. W cos theta will be acting along minus y direction, W sin theta will be acting along plus x direction. This W cos theta and n will cancel, so we can say n minus W cos theta will be 0 because there is no acceleration along the y direction. So this is along the y axis. Along the x axis, the different forces are W sin theta is towards right. Okay, so W sin theta is towards right, and the frictional force is towards left, that is towards minus x direction, and this net force causes an acceleration a, and acceleration is towards right, plus x direction. So this is the different forces acting along the x axis. Okay, so let's don't worry about the motion along the y direction. There is no acceleration along the y direction. So that those two forces will cancel. Let's call it equation 1. This is equation 2. Now let us consider the torque about the center of mass of the about the center of the drum. Not center of mass, about the center of the circle. Okay. So this torque is due to so if you take this center of this circle of this cross section of the drum as the origin, then the torque due to W and W will be 0. Okay, because W is acting at this center, And okay, we are considering the center of mass actually here. We are considering a cross section of this drum. The circle is actually a cross section of the drum along the center of mass. So this origin is the center of mass. Okay, so yeah, so if you calculate the torque about the center of mass, about this origin, which is the center of mass, then torque due to W will be 0 because W is acting at the center of mass, and torque due to normal force N also is 0 because the normal force and the radial direction are along the same line. Actually, they are opposite to each other, 180-degree angle. So again, contribution from normal force also is 0. So the only contribution to torque comes from the frictional force F. So torque due to frictional force, torque at the center of mass due to the frictional force F. So how do we calculate that? The magnitude is perpendicular distance from the origin to the force, which is B, and the force. So B into F. Okay. But what is the direction? Direction we have to evaluate from R cross F. The radial direction from the center to the force will be directed along this direction. Okay, this is the direction of R. So R cross F we have to take the sense of rotation will be clockwise. Okay, then the direction of torque will be perpendicular and inward to this page, so it is minus Bf. Okay, and this torque we can express as moment of inertia about the center of mass into angular acceleration. Okay, in the previous class we have discussed that torque about the center of mass, you can express tau 0 is equal to I0 into alpha. Now, but here this alpha, this revolution of this rotation of this drum is in the clockwise sense. So alpha is also directed perpendicular and inward. Okay, and therefore this minus Bf is equal to minus I0 into alpha. So we can write Bf is equal to I0 into alpha. This is equation 3. And also we need an expression connecting linear acceleration and angular acceleration. This we have done many times before. That is the connection between linear velocity of this rotating drum and the angular velocity is V is equal to B omega. Okay, which implies if you take the time derivative on both sides, dv by dt is acceleration A, and b times d omega by dt is angular acceleration. So acceleration is equal, linear acceleration is equal to b times angular acceleration. So using these four equations, we can calculate, the aim is to calculate the acceleration of the body, right? So let us look at equation 2. In equation 2, we can eliminate force from the frictional force from equation 3. So we have W sine theta minus so F is equal to I0 alpha divided by B, okay, equal to Ma. Now further we can write W is mg sine theta minus, what is I0? Moment of inertia of a drum. A drum is like a solid cylinder. So moment of inertia about this axis of rotation. Axis of rotation is the perpendicular axis passing through the center of mass. So moment of inertia is half mb square, half mr square for a solid cylinder. It is the same as that of a disc, because a solid cylinder can be considered as composed of a large number of discs, uni-axial discs. So moment of inertia about the perpendicular axis same as that of a disc about the perpendicular axis passing through the center, this which is half mp square. half m r square. Here radius is equal to b, so we can substitute that. So this is half mb square, and alpha is a by b, and there is one more b in the denominator, so there is a b square ma. So here b square will cancel, m will cancel throughout, so we get g sine theta is equal to this. A by 2 we can take to the right side, so a plus a by 2 is 3 by 2a. Okay, so we have acceleration is equal to 2 by 3 g sine theta. This is the result, question 5. Now let us redo this problem using a second method. Here I have drawn a coordinate system whose origin is A, and let us try to calculate the torque around this A due to the motion of the drum. Okay, so when you calculate torque around A, there are three forces. The frictional force is tangential, normal reaction is there, W is vertically downward. So if you calculate the torque due to this drum, due to different forces about the origin A, then the torque due to the frictional force will be 0, because the radial direction, radius vector from A to the force and the force itself are opposite to each other. Angle between them is 180 degrees, so that there is no contribution. Okay, and the only contribution to torque comes from normal reaction and the weight. Okay, so let us calculate that. First of all, torque due to normal reaction. So I will write here torque, and this torque will be about the z-axis, around the z-axis, because the motion is in the xy plane. Yeah, so torque around the z-axis r cross f, z component of r cross f, where r is the radius vector from the origin to the center of mass. So this torque, so if you consider the two forces, first normal reaction, what is the torque due to normal reaction about the origin? So this is, the magnitude is perpendicular distance to the force into the force. So perpendicular distance to the force is the perpendicular distance from the origin to the normal reaction. It is this distance, right? This is r parallel. By r parallel, what I mean is parallel to the plane, inclined plane. Okay, so r parallel into n. So it is, magnitude is r parallel into n, and what is the direction? Direction is, see, the radius vector from the origin A to the force is, it's directed towards the, in the plus x direction, and n is along plus y direction. So r cross f will be, you are rotating from plus x direction to plus y direction. Rotation is in the anti-clockwise sense, the direction of the torque is along plus z direction, out of the plane of this board. So it is positive. So r parallel n. Now when you come to W, in order to find the direction, you have to take r cross f. The radius vector from A to the force is this force, this direction. So let me draw it here. The direction of r is this direction. Direction of W is downward. So r cross f, you are rotating in the clockwise sense. So in order to calculate the torque due to W, it will be, rotation is in the clockwise sense. So torque due to W will always be negative. Okay, so the magnitude of the torque due to W cos theta is, so it should be due to both component, torque due to both component of W will be in the minus z direction. What about the magnitude? Magnitude is, in the case of W cos theta, perpendicular distance is r parallel, so minus r parallel W cos theta. In the case of W sin theta, the perpendicular distance from the origin to W sin theta Okay, this force, the line of force is parallel to the x-axis, so perpendicular distance is this much, which is r perpendicular. Okay, because the force is parallel to the x-axis. So we have the next is minus r perpendicular w sine theta, and here um, we know that n minus w cos theta is equal to 0, because n is in the plus y direction, w cos theta is in the minus y direction. Since there is no resultant acceleration along the y axis, n minus w cos theta equal to 0. So n is equal to w cos theta. If you use that in the first two terms, they will cancel. R parallel is common. So r parallel into n minus w cos theta will be there in the first two terms. That will be 0. So we have torque about the z axis about the origin A is minus r perpendicular w sine theta, and this r perpendicular is nothing but the radius of the cylinder or the drum. So minus b w sine theta. Let us call it equation 1. Now let us calculate the angular momentum about the z axis. Okay, angular momentum about the z axis. So angular momentum about the z axis is equal to we know that angular momentum can be expressed in terms of rotation around the center of mass plus angular momentum due to translation of the center of mass. So when the first term will be I0 omega, it's due to rotation around the center of mass. The only thing is that now the rotation is in the clockwise sense. Look at the rotation of this drum. It is in the clockwise sense. So the angular momentum will be directed along minus z axis. So minus I0 omega plus angular momentum due to translation of the center of mass, which is r cross mv. Okay. So we are calculating the angular momentum of this drum about the origin A. Okay. So it has two parts: angular momentum due to rotation of the drum about the center of mass, which is minus I0 omega, plus angular momentum due to translation of the center of mass. So this first part is what is moment of inertia about the center of mass of a drum. It's that of a solid cylinder, half mb square, where b is the radius. So minus half mb square omega plus, okay, here r cross mv you can calculate from here. Its direction is okay, radius vector direction is shown here. Velocity vector is towards along minus x direction. So r cross mv will be the rotation is in the clockwise sense, so the r cross mv will be directed inward along minus z direction. So this term is actually negative. Let's put a minus sign here. So minus and the direct magnitude will be perpendicular distance to mv. So velocity is along minus x direction, so perpendicular distance is r perpendicular, which is b. So b into mv. Okay, and this v is nothing but v is equal to b omega. So we have minus half mb square omega minus b into m b omega. So we have mb square omega here. So combining the two, we get minus 3 by 2 mb square omega. Okay, this is equation 2. Now we can combine the two, because the z component of torque is equal to rate of change of z component of angular momentum, d by dt of Lz. Therefore minus bw sine theta is equal to minus 3 by 2 mb square dw by dt, derivative of equation 2. M and b square are constant, so the derivative is for omega only. So d omega by d, not dw by d omega by dt. So d by dt of omega, d by dt of omega is angular acceleration alpha. Okay. So so what is our aim? To calculate acceleration. So there is a relation between linear and angular acceleration. From this expression, v is equal to b omega. If you take a derivative on both sides, linear acceleration is equal to a is equal to b times angular acceleration. Okay, so we can substitute all these results. B w is mg sine theta is equal to, minus sign will cancel from both sides, 3 by 2 m b square. Alpha is b alpha, b by a. Alpha is b, a by b, right? So here alpha is a by b. So m will cancel, b will cancel on both sides. Therefore a is equal to 2 by 3 g sine theta, which is the same as the result that we have obtained in the previous case and using method 1. Here also we have obtained 2 by 3 g sine theta, right? Okay, in this second method we can do this calculation in another way also. Instead of choosing this a as the origin, we can choose other points as the origin. For example, we can choose the point of contact here, point of contact between at this point of contact as the origin. Okay, at this instant. Yeah, the advantage of choosing the point of contact is immediately the torque due to F and N will be 0. So we need to consider only torque due to W. Okay, and the torque due to W will be directly we can write it is okay, torque due to W cos theta also will be 0 because W cos theta is radially directed. So the only torque comes from W sin theta if you choose this point as the origin. And yeah, so the direct R cross W, if you take R cross F, R cross W, what I mean is R cross W, the rotation is again the clockwise sense. Radial vector will be from here to here. Okay, so the rotation will be in the clockwise sense. Here radial vector will be from here to here. Rotation will be again clockwise, and so it will be directed inward. So what is the magnitude? Perpendicular distance into force. Force is W sin theta. Perpendicular distance is B. So minus B W sin theta, which is directly equation 1. Okay, so instead of considering this N W cos theta, we can directly write torque is minus B W sin theta. The remaining parts are the same. Okay.